Hello everyone! Welcome back to Slay the Princess. You voted and here it is. Today we'll be going through the damsel route again, but it is different this time, which is really very interesting, I think. So remember to like the video if you like it, to dislike it if you dislike it, and let's dive right in.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see here. We've already done a lot of these, so let's just get to it.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. So my question is here, because we have slain the princess, and we have taken it down there and then tried to rescue her. So my question is, what happens if we don't take the blade? Like at all? What if we just go in without it?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
And that's still the same?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
She doesn't stutter, does she? Did she stutter in the... No, she didn't stutter.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's just
Good.
go.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay, she looks a little different here, right?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I could not stay. You cannot pay me to stay focused. It just doesn't happen.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
This is very different. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. Let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Aw, look at her. How can she be an eldritch being of the apocalypse? Surely not.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
You know, I don't think there's a key upstairs. I haven't seen one.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
No, I think we would have seen it. The narrator probably would have narrated it.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Whoever locked her down here. Like, it's not you. It's you. It's you. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Are they not cutting your own arm off?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Her voice is very different here. Just the timbre of it's very different. Kind of unsettling.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
You're not my dad.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I'm only in this mess because you're putting me in this mess, bro. Like, the mess is of your own making.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
good
raising
Lord.
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
I like the way you think, hero.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Look at that face. That's a totally normal face. She's not gonna eat my fingers.
You cut into her flesh.
Why is it so gushy?
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Okay.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I don't think she is.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Couldn't you have done that the whole time then? Like, why didn't you just gnaw your way to freedom before?
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
We're here again, folks. We're here again.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Well, you know, I'm warning you.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah, no, you're trying to lock me into an eternity of void, actually. I've seen what happens if I do what you say. I'm not into it.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh, good.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
At this point, I'm starting to think everyone's just you. I'm really starting to think that everyone is just you, bro. Because, like, I haven't seen anyone but the three of us, and I haven't even really seen you. You might just be a voice in my head.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Charming.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You're doing your best.
One last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Oh, look at her. I'm so sorry this is happening to you.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, we're back at the damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to sleep.
Okay, so we've done the try to cut her out of the chains before, but that was a very different route. Like, still kind of the same story beats, but how we got there was very different. So now I'm wondering if this damsel will be different. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh, goody.
She will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
What? You villain? Really?
Excuse me?
Oh my god. Is this vaudeville? Why?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Oh my god. We're in an anime.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
God, it would be so wonderful. It would be so wonderful.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And the mirror you will never mention. Okay, yeah, this is very different than the last time we ran the damsel route, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I don't think we'll be taking the blade, though.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nope.
The door basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That sounds odd.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Listen, we are in love, but this is a little weird.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
Oh no, we love this girl.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Also true. The fawning is unnecessary. However, I know her. It's just that you go away every time we look in the mirror.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
You know, I know I said, the power of love, haha, it's like an anime. I feel like maybe I spoke too soon. I feel like I regret my word choice. Because look at her. Who is that? That's not the princess.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, she thinks we're dashing.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
Oh, now they're both in love now. I mean, Smitten already was, obviously, but now Hero's getting there.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Yes, we weren't really keeping that a secret.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Huh.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
That doesn't seem right.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Don't make me agree with the narrator. What's wrong with you?
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, I'm with you. I am with you. That's weird. That's so weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
It's not even the first time.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Maybe. You think she can hear all the other voices of, like, the past princesses?
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
No, wait a minute. Wait just a minute.
You wouldn't. I would.
He would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
I think the world also ends if we die.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Yeah, that really should not have worked. What? She could have just left this whole time. This is like the second time I'm like, you could have just left this whole time.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Yeah?
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
I wonder, would that be a route we could take? Like, what would happen after that, though?
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Look at her. Is that an ending the world face? I don't think so.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I see that creeping in on the edge there. This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. You want to leave? Then let's leave. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
Oh.
The princess
We're back,
takes
okay.
your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Oh, that might be the new background for my computer. Look at that. She's got like little hearts in her eyes.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Yeah, Smitten, you tell him.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Nah.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Sir. Sir.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time?
Yes.
You should know that you won't be able to leave.
We're gonna leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
You and me both, Hero. Let's just see where this goes. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I think we could open it if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No, I want to see where this goes. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Good, because that's how I felt when you locked me in the flippin' abyss.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
You also wanted to leave, though, right? Like, you also wanted to leave.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Aw, look at her. We finally got her outside. No. No.
Our happy ending at last.
Well, it's an ending.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh, now I feel terrible about this.
It's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
We have feathers? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and dream for a while? That don't hurt, right?
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
I mean, kind of. That's not a total lie. I'll see Hero again. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ooh, we're looking kind of goopy. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.